today we have a clip sent to us from Sophie from Australia.
That is right. 소피 씨가 어떤 헤어스타일과 관련된 이야기를 해줄지 사실 오늘의 핵심 문장은 패션 디자이너를 이용한 문장을 만들어봤지만 헤어 디자이너라는 말도 있잖아요. Hair designer.
Yeah. Hair designer, hair stylist,
hair dresser.
These days I also hear hair artist.
Hair artist라고 할 수 있는데 그래서 이제 이 미용사 또는 헤어 아티스트에게서 접근을 받았다라는 이야기가 준비되어 있습니다. 소피 씨를 불러볼까요?
Okay, Sophie 씨
나와주세요.
When I was 17, I was approached in the street by a hairdresser who was preparing for a hair show that evening. He told me one of the hair models had pulled out after seeing the haircut she was expected to have. Being a bored teenager with little to do and no money, I agreed to take her place. He led me back to the salon where my hair was bleached and dyed, and a makeup artist applied thick black makeup around my eyes, making me feel quite like a panda. By the time we boarded the bus to the show, all the other girls had already had their hair cut. I didn't realise it, but my hair was actually to be cut on stage. It was the weirdest feeling having a haircut that I didn't know anything about. It was ages before I got a chance to actually look in a mirror, and when I did, all I could do was laugh. It was the worst haircut I've ever had.
정말 재밌는 경험을 했네요.
Right? How funny is it that she's talking about a hair show when I was actually at one yesterday and
진짜?
I witnessed people getting their hair cut on stage.
On stage?
Yeah, and they can't see. So one girl, she was just sitting there like this, and they cut her hair so short.
그렇군요.
Yeah, later when she looked in the mirror, maybe she was like.
실제로 소피 씨가 했던 그 경험을 이제 메간 선생님이 직접 한 건 아니지만 그 헤어 모델들이 무대에서 하는 모습을 보고 오셨다고요, 어제. 재밌네요. What a coincidence.
Right?
자, 그러면 소피 씨가 구체적으로 어떤 경험을 했다고 하는지 한번 한 줄 한 줄 공부를 해보겠습니다.
Okay, the first one is, one time when I was 17, I was approached in the street by a hairdresser. One time when I was 17, I was approached in the street by a hairdresser.
One time 또는 once 한 번이죠. 한 번 제가 17살 때 I was approached 이 부분이 이제 오늘의 핵심 문장과 연관이 있는 부분이죠.
Right.
I was approached 접근 또는 뭐 접촉 당했습니다. In the street 길거리에서 by a hairdresser 미용사가 길에서 저에게 다가왔다는 말이죠. So that person walked up to her.
Walked up to her, approached her. Approached you.
다가가는 거죠. And then they wanted to say something, so they walked up to her. Okay.
Okay, so the next one. Who was preparing for a hair show that evening? Who was preparing for a hair show that evening?
그래서 by a hairdresser 그런데 그 사람이 누구인가 하면 what kind of hairdresser, who was he, who was she 이제 그 정보가 뒤에 나오는 거죠. Who was preparing for a hair show that evening. 뭐 하는 사람이었냐면 that evening 그날 저녁에 in the evening on that day 헤어 쇼를 준비 중인 사람이었대요. So this person was doing the preparations. And then maybe they needed her to be on the show?
Yeah, maybe. Well, we'll find out in the next clip. But the next clip has some parts that could be difficult to understand. So let's take a look.
He told me one of the hair models had pulled out after seeing the haircut she was expected to have. He told me one of the hair models had pulled out after seeing the haircut she was expected to have.
아하, 이 부분 정말 빨랐습니다. 뭐 특별히 연음이 이상하게 되거나 뭐 예상 외로 들리는 것보다는 그냥 빨랐어요. It was just fast.
Just fast, the entire sentence. So why don't I tell you what she said?
All right.
Okay. He told me one of the hair models had pulled out after seeing the haircut she was expected to have.
그러니까 he told me 저에게 그 사람이 뭐라고 말했냐면 일단 he라는 걸 봐서 남자라는 걸 알 수 있어요.
Right.
영어에서는 이렇게 he, she 구분을 해주니까
Right.
머릿속으로 그 상황을 상상해 볼 때 딱 이제 그때부터 그림이 그려지는 거죠. Yeah. So you can picture the person being
picture him.
male. 그래서 뭐라고 말했냐면 one of the hair models had pulled out. 모델 중 한 명이 pull out 했다는 건데 뭐 pull out can be many things.
Yeah. For example, if you're driving a car, you can pull out of the driveway or pull out of a parking spot.
네. 차를 빼내는 것도 pull out 될 수 있겠고요. pull out 그냥 뭐 아무거나 pull 당겨서 밖으로 꺼내면 다 pull out이죠. You can pull out some cash. You can pull out your
You can
wallet.
pull out teeth if you're a dentist. You pull out teeth.
네, 이를 뺄 때에도 이를 뽑을 때에도 pull out 될 수 있겠고 you can pull out many things. 그런데 여기에서는 pull out what 뒤에 목적어가 없어요. There's no object here because she had just pulled out of whatever.
The show, yeah.
네.
So we know from context that she pulled out of the hair show. So in this case, you could also say dropped out of the hair show as well.
네, drop out이라는 말을 써서 drop out of 하면 어디에서 빠지다, drop out of school. 학교에서 다니다가 이제 자퇴를 했을 때, 중퇴를 했을 때에도 이렇게 말을 하죠. pull out 하면은 아무튼 빠진 건데 why did she pull out?
Well, we'll find out in the next one. Okay. After seeing the haircut she was expected to have. After seeing the haircut she was expected to have.
무엇 한 다음에 빠졌다. After seeing, 본 다음에 빠진 거죠. The haircut, 머리 스타일을 본 거래요. 그래서 헤어스타일을 본 후에 haircut 하면 물론 뭐 이발, 뭐 미용이 되겠지만 여기서 말하는 것은 그 haircut의 모양이죠. The style or
The
the shape.
style, you know, the hairstyle basically.
Because she didn't see the haircut, actually, because the haircut didn't happen.
Right.
Yeah.
But she just saw a picture of the expected hairstyle that
네.
she was going to have.
그래서 헤어스타일로 번역을 해봤어요. She was expected to have. 예상되는 she was expected, 예상되다 to have. 그러니까 할 예정이었던 그 헤어스타일을 본 거죠. 너는 이거 해야 돼. People expect her to have this haircut. 딱 보고는 after seeing that, she didn't like it, so she
Yeah.
pulled out.
She pulled out.
All right. So we're going to check that part 2 more times.
He told me one of the hair models had pulled out after seeing the haircut she was expected to have. He told me one of the hair models had pulled out after seeing the haircut she was expected to have.
So let's find out if she accepted or not in the next sentence.
Okay.
Being a bored teenager with little to do and no money. Being a bored teenager with little to do and no money.
일단 여기까지만 읽어봐도 이것을 제안을 받아들였을지 안 받아들였을지 예상이 되시죠?
Yeah.
Being 뭐뭐뭐 하면은 뭐뭐인 저는 이란 말이죠. Being a teacher, when I see somebody make a mistake, I feel tempted to correct it. 뭐 이런 식으로 말할 수도 있겠고요. 선생님이기 때문에 어떻다. Any examples?
Yeah. Being a female, you know, when I see a pink skirt, I have to buy it. I don't know that one.
여자이기 때문에 핑크색, 분홍색 스커트가 또 치마가 있으면 사야 된다. 아니면 뭐
Yeah.
그런 예를 만들 수 있겠죠. Being a mom, being his father. 내가 그 아이의 아빠이기 때문에 나는 걱정을 할 수밖에 없다. 뭐 이렇게.
Or being your friend, you know, I feel compelled to tell you that.
Stop right there. 거기까지. 그 다음 내용 좋지 않을 것 같아요. 친구니까 꼭 이런 말 해줘야 될 것 같은데 말이야 하니까 stop. Yeah, say no more. 그래서 이제 being a bored teenager, bored 하면은 정말로 지루한 거죠, 심심한 거죠. 심심한 10대에다가 뭐가 없었냐면 with little to do, 할 일이 별로 없었어요. A little과 little의 차이가 여기서 중요한 거죠. A little 하면은 좀 있는 거고.
Yeah, you have something, but with little to do
Little.
means like there's nothing basically.
Almost nothing.
Almost nothing.
네, 그래서 아주 중요합니다. Little, I have little money 하면서 나 돈 좀 있어 이게 아니죠. I have little money는 돈이 거의 없어라는
Yeah.
말이니까요.
It means you broke.
네, 전혀 다른 뜻입니다. With little to do and no money, 할 일도 없고 돈도 없고 했던 심심한 10대였던 저는 그 다음 문장.
I agreed to take her place. I agreed to take her place.
Of course she did. 왜냐면 이게 once in a lifetime opportunity, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
예, 인생에 한 번 있을까 말까 한 경험이잖아요. 그래서 한 번쯤은 궁금해서라도 해볼 것 같아요. 네, I agreed to 하면은 뭐뭐 하기를 동의하는 건데 take her place, 그녀의 자리를 take,
Right.
뺏어가는 것이 아니고요.
Right. It means she left, so now there's an empty spot. So you are taking that spot. You are occupying that spot
네.
or that place.
그렇죠. 문맥에 따라서는 정말로 뺏어가는 것도 she took my place 이렇게 할 수도
Oh, yeah.
있겠지만 she took my place 긍정적으로도 쓸 수 있습니다.
Yeah.
And then what happened after that?
He led me back to the salon where my hair was bleached and dyed.
오.
He led me back to the salon where my hair was bleached and dyed.
그 사람이 저를 어디로 데려갔는데 그곳에서 어떤 일이 일어났다 이 구조죠. He led me. 저를 이 led의 현재형은 the present tense of this verb is
Lead.
lead. 네, 여러분 LED light 아니고 이제 lead인데 lead를 과거형으로 he led me back to the salon. back이라고 하는 이유는 그 남자분이
He was in the salon already.
네, 아까
Yeah.
거기서 나와서 지금 사람 찾은 거죠 길거리에서
Right.
소피 씨를 보고 데리고 back to the salon, 미용실로 데려갔고 hair salon이죠. 그곳에서 where my hair was bleached and dyed. 탈색이 되고 염색이 되었다고 합니다. Yeah, and then what happened after that?
And a makeup artist applied thick black makeup around my eyes. And a makeup artist applied thick black makeup around my eyes.
네, 그리고 메이크업 아티스트가 around my eyes, 제 눈 주위에 thick black makeup, 두껍고 검은 화장을 했다라고 할 때 what verb was used here?
Applied.
Apply.
Applied.
You can apply for a job.
You can apply for a job, or you can apply certain things like sunscreen, etc. Or you can apply yourself to a certain, job.
맞아요. 그래서 지원할 때도 쓸 수 있고 바르다라고 할 때 쓸 수 있는데 화장을 한다라고 할 때에도 apply makeup 할 수 있죠. 그래서 apply makeup이라는 표현이 여기에 쓰이고 있고요. And then what did that make her feel like?
Making me feel quite like a panda. Making me feel quite like a panda.
네, 눈 주위에 이렇게 두껍고 검은 화장을 하니까 판다가 된 것 같은 기분이 들었대요. Well, this is a funny way to put it. But
It is. We actually use that often.
아, 그래요?
Yeah, because she's from Australia, so I'm assuming maybe it's just an English thing. But in America, we say that too. You look like a panda,
어떨 때
Take
쓰는
that
거죠?
off.
아, 눈 화장이 너무 진할 때?
Yeah, if it's like too strong and like too much makeup, we're like, oh, you look like a panda, take that off. Or if you had it on and it smudged and kind of messed up a little bit, or like you look like a panda, fix it. Yeah.
그렇군요. 그래서 눈 화장이 너무 주변에 진하게 두껍게 되었을 때나 아니면 화장을 했는데 번져서 좀 두꺼워졌을 때 판다처럼 보이니까 좀 지워라 이렇게 이야기를 한다는 거군요. Interesting. First time actually hearing about
I taught
that.
you something?
Yes.
I feel so happy.
For the first time in 2 years. Just kidding. Just kidding. 자, 그러면 그래서 다음 문장으로 가볼까요?
By the time we boarded the bus to the show. By the time we boarded the bus to the show.
헤어쇼를 하러 가는 버스에 탔을 때 여기서 중요한 표현 by the time. By the time I got back home, everybody had already eaten all the pizza.
By the time I arrived here this morning, Hyun Sim had already eaten all the breakfast and didn't share any with me.
그렇죠. 그래서 집에 갔더니 모두가 피자를 먹어버렸다. 그다음에 스튜디오에 왔더니 현우 선생님이 아침 식사를 다 먹어버렸다. 뭐 이렇게 이야기할 때도 by the time 주어 동사 쓰시면 되겠고 board the bus라는 표현도 나왔죠. 버스를 탄다. 뭐 take the bus.
Take the bus.
You can get
on
the bus. You can ride the
Ride.
bus. 그렇지만 board도 쓸 수 있습니다. So when she was on the bus, what happened?
All the other girls had already had their hair cut.
오.
All the other girls had already had their hair cut.
그렇죠. 소피 씨는 나중에 합류했으니까
Right.
이제 아직 준비가 안 된 거죠. 그렇지만 다른 사람들은 다 머리를 자른 뒤였습니다. So had already had their haircut. had.
Yeah.
네.
Oh, that's crazy. I never thought about that. They had already had their hair cut.
그 소피 씨가 그 버스에 탔던 시점이 있고 그것보다 먼저 했으니까 had 형태가 되겠고요. 그런 다음에
I didn't realize it, but my hair was actually to be cut on stage. I didn't realize it, but my hair was actually to be cut on stage.
I didn't realize it이라는 것은 그 끝까지 몰랐다는 것이 아니고 그때는 몰랐다는 거죠.
Right.
At the time, maybe.
At that time, because
Yeah.
now she knows.
네, 그렇죠. 그래서 그때는 몰랐는데, but my hair was actually to be cut on stage. On stage는 무대 위에서란 말이고요. To be, something is to be done, or something is to 뭐뭐 하면은 planning to be.
Right,
or,
it's planning to be. That means it's not already done yet.
그렇죠.
Right.
그래서 I am to buy something 하면은 나는 뭘 살 계획이다, 뭘 해야 된다 이런 말이 되는데.
Right, or sometimes like if you get medicine, from something, maybe there'll be a note saying, this is to be taken, daily with breakfast.
그렇죠.
or
그래서
something.
비동사가 나오고 그다음에 to, 그다음에 동사가 나오는 형태는 정말 용법이 다양한 문법책에서도 거의 한 페이지에 쫙 이렇게 나열되어 있는 다양한 용법을 가지고 있는 문형이라고 할 수 있겠는데 여기에서는 to be 뭐뭐 할 예정이다라고 쓰였습니다. And then what happened?
It was the weirdest feeling having a haircut that I didn't know anything about. It was the weirdest feeling having a haircut that I didn't know anything about.
네, 뒤에 나오는 having 뭐뭐 하는 것이 the weirdest feeling 정말 기분이 이상했다라는 내용인데 사실 the weirdest feeling이라고까지 하기에는 그 최상급으로 쓰기에는 it was not the weirdest feeling.
Right, it just means it was very weird.
그렇죠.
It was extremely weird.
영어에서는 이렇게 최상급으로 썼을 때 그것이 가장 인생에 있어서 가장 뭐뭐 했다 그런 뜻이 아니고
Right.
아주 그냥 very의 뜻으로도 많이 쓰입니다.
Yeah, and sometimes we'll use it for other things, like it was the craziest thing I've ever seen, or something like that. We use it a lot. We're
네.
very extreme.
네, 과장을 많이 하는 거죠. 그래서 정말 이상한 기분이었습니다. Was she having a haircut that I didn't know anything about? 전혀 아무것도 알지 못했던 이 헤어컷을 한다는 것 자체, 머리를 어떤 스타일일지도 모르고 머리를 자른다는 게 기분이 참 이상했어요. But she had already said yes.
Right, I'm surprised she didn't ask, especially after having heard that the previous model dropped out because of the hairstyle.
굉장히 순진했을 것 같아요. 그때 17살이었잖아요. 그래서
Alright.
아, 전 모델이 뭐 바쁜 일이 생겼겠구나 이렇게 그냥 생각을 했겠죠.
True.
Alright, so we're gonna take a look at the next part, which is a little fast. Let's go.
It was ages before I got a chance to actually look in a mirror. It was ages before I got a chance to actually look in a mirror.
Okay, so the first part of that sentence I think was the fastest part.
Yes.
Yeah, so let me just read the whole sentence for you. It was ages before I got a chance to actually look in the mirror. It was ages before I got a chance to actually look in the mirror.
네, 사실은 그냥 귀로만 듣고 있으면 was ages 이런 식으로 ages부터 들리기 시작하는데
Right?
it was ages. age는 나이지만 ages는 긴 시간이죠.
Right. It's been ages since I've eaten yakbap.
Always your 약밥 and your rice cake.
Not really. It's only been about 2 weeks.
It's been ages then.
It's ages for me,
오래됐네요.
yeah.
그래서 오래됐을 때 ages, it's been ages라고 많이 표현을 합니다. 과장하는 거죠. 그래서 세월이 한참 지났다 이런 뜻이죠. It was ages before I got a chance. 그러니까 before 할 수 있을 때까지 하기 전까지 시간이 많이 지났는데 즉 한참 지난 뒤에야 뭐뭐 할 수 있었다. I got a chance to actually look in the mirror. Look at the mirror. 거울을 보는 것이 아니고 look in the mirror at yourself.
Right.
그렇죠?
When you look in the mirror, you're looking at your reflection. When you're looking at a mirror, you can too. So if I have this pretty mirror, I'm like, look at my mirror.
그렇죠. 거울 자체의 모양을 감상할 때는
Yeah.
look at the mirror. 거울 안을 들여다볼 때는 look in the mirror. 그래서 한참 지난 뒤에야 실제로 거울을 stop looking in the mirror.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll stop looking in the mirror.
You're not any more pretty, any more beautiful than 5 minutes ago. 그래서 네,
True.
실제로 볼 기회가 있었다라는 내용이었습니다. It was ages before. 이 부분 다시 들어보세요.
It was ages before I got a chance to actually look in a mirror. It was ages before I got a chance to actually look in a mirror.
So let's find out if she actually got to look in the mirror.
Okay.
And when I did, all I could do was laugh. And when I did, all I could do was laugh.
When I did, 여기서 말하는 did는 when I
Looked in the mirror.
All I could do, 제가 할 수 있었던 전부는 was laugh. 웃을 수밖에 없었어요. 하하하, 웃음이 나왔다는 거죠.
Yeah.
그 이유는
It was the worst haircut I've ever had. It was the worst haircut I've ever had.
네, 제가 해본 최악의 스타일이었어요. 제가 해본 머리 스타일 중에서 최악이었어요. 라는 거죠. Maybe because fashion shows or hair shows are more, I guess, like exaggerated and they
Yeah.
have more avant-garde
Right.
ideas.
Just like when you go to Fashion Week in whatever country, city it is, the clothes are very unique. Things like art pieces that you wouldn't really wear on a regular basis.
그렇죠. 그래서
Yeah.
헤어쇼이기 때문에 아마 좀 특별한 것을 했을
Yeah.
것 같아요. Alright, so that wraps up Sophie's story about hair shows.
It sure does. But before we move on, let's take a look at it 2 more times. Sophie 씨 다시
나와주세요.
When I was 17, I was approached in the street by a hairdresser who was preparing for a hair show that evening. He told me one of the hair models had pulled out after seeing the haircut she was expected to have. Being a bored teenager with little to do and no money, I agreed to take her place. He led me back to the salon where my hair was bleached and dyed, and a makeup artist applied thick black makeup around my eyes, making me feel quite like a panda. By the time we boarded the bus to the show, all the other girls had already had their hair cut. I didn't realise it, but my hair was actually to be cut on stage. It was the weirdest feeling having a haircut that I didn't know anything about. It was ages before I got a chance to actually look in a mirror, and when I did, all I could do was laugh. It was the worst haircut I've ever had. When I was 17, I was approached in the street by a hairdresser who was preparing for a hair show that evening. He told me one of the hair models had pulled out after seeing the haircut she was expected to have. Being a bored teenager with little to do and no money, I agreed to take her place. He led me back to the salon where my hair was bleached and dyed, and a makeup artist applied thick black makeup around my eyes, making me feel quite like a panda. By the time we boarded the bus to the show, all the other girls had already had their hair cut. I didn't realise it, but my hair was actually to be cut on stage. It was the weirdest feeling having a haircut that I didn't know anything about. It was ages before I got a chance to actually look in a mirror, and when I did, all I could do was laugh. It was the worst haircut I've ever had.
네, 소피 씨 감사합니다. 자, 그러면요. 또 재미있는 표현들 배우러 가보겠습니다.
Okay, it's time for Street
Smart!